What's up, TRC fans? The long-awaited Android app is finally here. Download it today on Google Play.
Suspension's
See
on.
if this Camaro wants something. He wants nothing to do with this thing. He had his girl in the car and didn't even look over.
He's like, babe, relax.
Let's go see if his girl wants a ride.
What kind of car was that?
What's up, guys? Javier from That Racing Channel. We're here with Super Steve and his badass 1994 Toyota Supra. This thing is just beautiful. I'll give you a quick walk around before we go for a ride here. Just pumping some good old 93 in it, huh?
Yeah, this thing eats gas. Had a quarter tank.
Super clean, awesome wheel choice. Beautiful, beautiful car. That sweet, sweet sound. This thing sounds incredible, man.
Thank you.
This thing sounds incredible, dude. You got people staring at us, giving us thumbs up. I'm sure you get that all the time.
I stopped looking at them.
Alright guys, we're here with Super Steve. What's going on, my man? Thanks for bringing the car out, man. So give us a rundown on it's a 94 Supra, right?
Yeah, this is 94 Supra, originally an NA Auto. In 2005, it was in an accident and deemed a total loss. I picked it up from the insurance company for about $5,000.
What the hell is this? What do you got there?
This is your car?
The car had about 40K miles on it, non-turbo, automatic target top model. I spent about 10 years restoring the body and interior, and as of last year, I put a brand new V160 transmission in it, along with a fully built forged motor, fully built head. The whole car has been redone from inside out. I had HP Logic tune it right now on 93 octane with 20 pounds. We're pushing about 840 horsepower.
That's a good amount of horsepower for pump gas. That's probably a pretty big turbo. What turbo you run?
Right now, I have a 7675. There are two versions of that turbo. I have the dual ball bearing version, and instead of the 7685, I have the 7675. It's the same
It's
exact.
a badass turbo.
It's the same turbo as the larger one. It just comes in a smaller compressor housing. I mean, that way I can utilize it.
Yeah, turbine wheel's a little smaller. Has some good spool for the street.
Oh yeah.
Man, that sounds insane in the tunnel.
Yeah,
That sounds insane in the tunnel, dude. God, that sweet sound, man. Nothing like a nice 2J, dude.
Yeah, you know-
2J precision turbo, that's just money right there, that sound.
Absolutely, and you know what? It's only on 20 pounds and it's a lot to handle. I don't even know why somebody would want this outside of the track.
Yeah, it is, man. These things get rowdy for sure. These things get rowdy for sure, man.
Absolutely, you gotta respect these machines, but at the end of the day, I love driving this thing. There's nothing that can replace the feeling of hitting boost in this thing. I mean, even at low pulls, first through second, you can spin all the way, but if you're on the highway, you get with that grip.
Oh yeah, and I can definitely tell. I mean, you really love Supras. I mean, you have more than one. I guess you're saying, right?
Yeah, right now I have 3 Supras that are currently registered and insured that I've been driving around.
That's a lot of Supras, man.
Yeah, you know, I just buy and sell Supras. I deal with Supra parts, and you know, it's just a great community to be in. And also, those are the guys that helped me get to where I am today. The Supra community literally brought this car together.
So yeah, man. I mean, Supra community. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it's a really, really, really awesome community to be in. But I mean, everything in this car. I mean, the whole interior, all the panels. I mean, you pretty much restored this thing with all brand new factory parts for the most part, right?
Well, this is what happened. Everybody knows how rare and hard Supras are to find, including the parts, because they're discontinued. What happened was I bought the car in 2008 when most of the parts were still available from Toyota. And because I was involved with the Supra community, we had access to a distributor at 40% off on all parts. So
wow, that's awesome.
We were getting parts at cost. I was getting refrigerator-sized boxes shipped to my house for under $1,000, filled with brand new Supra parts. And because this car was so wrecked and totaled, I just started replacing everything. And then I got to the point where I got brand new 98 dash panels. I mean, I got the veil side shift knob. I don't even know why I got...
Yeah, that correct shift knob's actually discontinued now.
Oh yeah, this is the G-Rex. I had the veil side in the other car. This was hard to find, and then this is the worst part. The car has a short shifter in it. I don't like short shifters. I don't want a short shifter. But the C short shifter was made from 2002 to 2003 and is a very, very rare piece. And I guess it just costs $2,000 to put in your car, and I don't know why. I just...
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that discontinued as well, and that's probably one of the only short shifters that like a true Supra guy would run, because a lot of the other short shifters aren't as good and not good for the V160.
Absolutely, and you know what? I'm gonna say I love the stock shift, but this is great. I've gotten used to it. It shifts through gears amazing, and just the rest of the car. I mean, you got brand new floor mats, brand new Sparco Milanos. Reupholstering the car isn't even a big deal. As long as you have a local reupholstery guys, you can get the door panels done. Brand new dash from Toyota.
I mean, dude, this thing is, we're gonna show a picture of what the car looked like when you got it, and most of our fans won't believe that was the same car, for sure.
It's hard for me even to believe. I mean, when you see the pictures, I look at it and think, why would anybody waste their time with that? But 2008 was a different time. $5,000 was a lot of money, and people are thinking $5K for a Supra. I mean, like, it's not a lot, and it was a lot at the same time, you know? People thought I was crazy for paying that much for
definitely a good investment at this point, because they skyrocketed for sure in value. Dude, I gotta give you a lot of props, man. You did an absolutely amazing job restoring this thing, man.
Thank you so much, boss. You know what I said?
So awesome, dude.
At the end of the day, I could have bought a Supra, and everybody will tell me 1,000 times over I could have bought a Supra for cheaper, but I saved a Supra out of the junkyard, I brought one back to life, and I have, honestly, the nicest Supra I could ever ask for.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, man. There we go. Now the car's feeling it. Yeah, now the car's getting it. Man, it's got a, listen, sounds so good. Between the two different maps, one is set to two-step and pump out, you know, fuel and fire. The other one, my car is tuned to pump out power. And when I turn this thing on and it's on the proper map, should I bust it you? Yeah, so this is, just to give people an idea that they're watching, this is the lowest horsepower setting. So it's pump gas and roughly 20-ish pounds of boost. So Elite 2500, and then I had a custom wiring harness built by JJR Boost, and I had all that put together, everything tucked away. The Elite is definitely the best ECU I've used. Switching over from AEM, I'm definitely gonna have to say I'm a Haltech guy now. Nice, man, nice. I spent all that money. I had all custom LED work done in the whole car.
All
Nice.
the buttons were replaced with brand new buttons. This isn't just a new HVAC. I got all brand
all
new
the
fresh buttons.
LEDs, everything.
LEDs.
Badass, dude.
Listen, you see these? Okay, for example, this only came in Canada and Europe. This auto spoiler only came in Japan. This is for the Aero edition. Then this is for the Canadian spec. Now all these different buttons came from different model Supras. No Supra came with all three of these. It came with 1, 2, or 3 blanks. So I have a combination of Euro, US, and Canadian spec.
Yeah, you got all the goodies, man.
Absolutely, you know
That's
what?
awesome.
There's a difference between buying trinkets off eBay and then buying OEM original Toyota produced parts that were produced in small quantities. Over in Japan, you wouldn't believe the things that they created that weren't available to the US for the Supra. I mean, I have a road flare in the trunk, just stupid things like that. JDM trunk mat, I believe there was 500 of those made. Listen, how crazy is this? We have AC and an active car right now. The car's active and we got AC. What could you ask for?
Well, you need that AC in Florida.
Oh yeah, man.
That's for sure.
Post. Yeah, suspension. I got KW V3 coilovers. It's riding on Brembo 6-pot and 4-pot brakes. Getting a little more suspension
See if
done.
this Camaro wants some. He wants nothing to do with this thing. He had his girl in the car and didn't even look over. He didn't even look over.
He's like, babe, relax.
Let's go see if his girl wants a ride.
What kind of car was that?
It was a slow car, babe. Don't worry about it.
Now, my favorite line people got now is that a Supra? It's my favorite line. Like, it never gets old.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, looks awesome. Oh yeah, huge difference. Huge difference, dude. It's sick because in my car the stock gauges are the old school green LED. And
They're yellowed out.
Yep.
Yep. You can't, dude. One of my cars, you can't even see any of the buttons on this side.
So you have if I'm not mistaken, you have a black original 6-speed and then also like a wide body, right? Or
Yeah, I have a 94 6-speed original with like 100k miles built motor, around between 500 and 600 horsepower right now. And then my big main project I'm doing on the side is a wide body Supra I got. Now, this car is actually a really famous car, and there's a lot of background we can get into next time whenever you see the car. It's got a lot of history to it. But long story short, I got this car gutted out, and with my plethora of Supra parts, my 3 or 4 storages worth of Supra parts, I took all these rare and exotic items that I was buying, hoarding, trading, dealing with, putting on the market and building a shop for. I just decided instead of selling all these parts, why not just not put them in one of my cars?
yeah.